This is a very important question. We find the Trump administration, very reasonable in this regard. They just did an executive order last week giving us about 15% exemption for parts, like you just mentioned, that are really difficult to source here in the U.S. Look, all of our major components are built in the U.S. or USMCA compliant. Seats, transmissions, engine, axles, braking systems, steering systems. But there's wiring looms, bolts, fasteners, and other, we have almost $5,000 of semiconductors that go into the average Ford car. And, that's hard to source, industrial grade semiconductors in the U.S. So, there's always a balance here. But you brought up the most important point. And this is what we've been saying to the administration. They've been listening. Look, there's 15 or 20% of the components of a vehicle that either is very hard to source in the U.S., like semiconductors at this point in time, or we have to keep affordability, like the Maverick, around $30,000. If we build everything in the U.S., American consumers won't have those affordable new vehicles like Ford. Is growing. So that's the balancing act here. We're working through this with the administration. The executive order last week helped a lot.